How can I show my KPIs in a way that is useful? So I am super glad you asked, and since we have a jargon alert, boop, 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 KPI. Anybody on the live call gonna hit me with what KPI stands for? I know not everybody, there's a delay before. Hey Tiki, there's a delay in between when I say the words and when you hear them. So I'm gonna wait for 13 seconds. I counted it out, of course I did. And see if anybody joins in and shares with me if you know what KPI stands for. If nobody writes in, never fear, I will give that answer before this question is done being answered. In the meantime, let's focus on the core component here. How is financial information shared in a way that is useful to others? Please remember that the way we are comfortable dishing out information is so different from the way that our brains love to receive information. And if you remember, a lot of people who don't know that produce a lot of detailed information thinking like that the trend is obvious. Look, here are columns and columns of numbers, or look, here's a 30-page book about how the company's doing, or oh my gosh, here's an annual report that's 50 pages long. Doesn't it instantly give you a clue about how the nonprofit's doing? No, it's full of your self-expression. That doesn't necessarily land as insights for somebody else. So KPI, I haven't seen anybody write in, so I'm going to tell you what it stands for. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear what KPI stands for, mute right now. Key performance indicator. Now, which key performance indicators or which KPIs should be included, that's a different story. So I'm just going to talk about how to show KPIs in a way that's useful. Present information in a summary fashion. So somebody has an aha moment. Aha, here's a big white page with a graph on it, and the graph is going do-do-do-do-do-do. I got it. That's all I need. I don't need 17 columns and 25 rows of numbers, and I don't need 10 pages of text to tell me what's going on in this organization. I need to start at the top level. What's my aha moment? Okay, got it. It's a pie graph. It's a line graph. It's a bar graph. It's a spark line. You get the visual theme here? Visuals are also picture 1,000 words, right? Visuals are also a great place to start. But don't bombard the person looking at these KPIs with a ton of them, because then it's just going to be just as cluttered as anything else. Even at the Art Institute of Chicago, they have plenty of white space around each piece of art. So allow for that in not only your visual presentation, but your verbal presentation. Allow some pauses. Allow the audio equivalent of white space. Share what is most important first, and what's most important is what drives a decision. And then let the user's brain say, oh, tell me more. Then the brain is ready for more detail. And you go, why, I'm so glad you asked. Here are some more graphs, and here are some more figures that go along with that. This ratio, or this trend, or this bit of prose about what's happening next, or what happened last. So start with the highest level, biggest aha, visual whenever possible, and then provide space for some more details. And think of it, I always think of it like hyperlinking. If I see a headline, I like to get that headline, assess, am I interested in that? Does that matter to me? If so, I'll click on it and read more, like the first paragraph. That could be all. If I read the first paragraph, or if I see the first graph, and I go, that's interesting. I'd like to make a decision on that, but in order to know how to make a decision, I need to know a bit more. Then it's a pull experience from the person receiving the information, rather than a push experience of you pushing out the information. And the more pull experience there is, the more tasty it is for the brain, the more impact these KPIs make.